Ooh, ooh, feels so right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, y'all. Listen, I had to come on and jump on here real quick. My camera is out of control. But I had to come on here and address something that I think is very important for our community. Because again, I ain't gonna never tell no. While I believe that black people should get reparations, I believe that it's a debt owed. I do believe until that day comes that we have to do what we need to do by voting for the best possible candidate no matter what. And right now we got two parties that hold the power. And so in my opinion, we're not holding the candidates responsible once we elect them. Okay? And that to me seems to be a bigger problem. We think once we get the person in office, we can go along and just be like, it's over. While you got people like the Koch brothers and other people strategizing how they're going to get rid of the vote. And they've done it for the last 10 years maybe. This was an ongoing mission. They didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, here's Project 2025. They were educated voters. They knew where they wanted to stop us at, and they went to work on that. And because we're very, very rebellious and stiff-necked and hard-headed, we don't want to believe anything, that's pretty much why we was left in the dust. We was stuck on, well, they letting gay people have their rights. Well, they letting this have their rights. Well, they let... Okay, and they ain't tag teaming with us. Well, you know what I would do? I'd be out there. If that is the case, then I have to move them over to my side. I have to say, hey, where you stand on this? Where do you stand on these issues? And make them accountable. If they're not doing what you want them to do, whether they gay or straight or whatever, you can vote them out. Or all else fails, you can impeach them. But before I go, I gotta say this to Killer Mike. Cause you the catalyst. You boot mouth, big teeth, big head, Negro. You have done a lot of damage in the last couple elections. And one of the biggest, stupidest things you could have possibly said is, we don't vote for prosecutors. What? Black people should be the main people voting for prosecutors. As much violence that we're recipients of, and we need people to be prosecuted, because I've had 3 family members killed. Thank God for prosecutors. Thank God for the prosecutors that put the killing murderous killers away. So I don't know about your family, but don't be sitting up here talking about we don't vote for prosecutors because you don't. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. And you was stupid for saying something so retarded. You better be voting for some prosecutors, because right now it's open season on our black ass with nobody to defend us. And you got the nerve. Y'all put down the best qualified person that we had. We could have been moving on the person once we got him in there. It would have been better than Trump. That's all I'm trying to tell you. It would have been better than what we dealing with right now. There is no moral compass with this fool. He's a piece of crap. You knew it before you elected him, and you elected him anyway. And then you got the nerve to sit up there and, from what I'm hearing, I'm not saying it's true, that you wasn't all in with Stacey Abrams. Dude, you didn't want to vote for Hillary Clinton. Okay, I didn't either. But I voted for her because Donald Trump was the alternative. Now, that's just common sense to me. I wasn't going to vote for him. I'd rather vote for her and then hold her feet to the fire about my needs. But see, all politics are local and y'all don't want to deal with that. Again, Killer Mike, you need to freeze that. Black people need prosecutors. Since we are the recipients of so much crime and violence. And we need somebody to prosecute those people that inflict harm upon us and take the lights out of our family members. Alright, y'all, I'll see you in the next. What y'all think? Y'all think we don't need no prosecutors? I really would want to know. I'll see you in the next video.